Alice Fell or Poverty by Wordsworth explores the themes of pain and poverty. The poem begins with the narrator saying that he speeds through the night in a chase, driven by a postboy who urges the horses on with great speed, despite the moon being obscured by dark clouds. Suddenly, an alarming and surprising sound captures the boy's attention. The wind's whispers play around the speaker, and the echoes ring in their ears. The narrator calls out to the boy from a distance, prompting him to bring the chase to a halt. The horses stop immediately at the command. However, the narrator no longer hears any sound or noise. In response to a mysterious cry carried by the wind, the narrator instructs the boy to stop the horses once again. This portrays a moment of caution and attentiveness. The boy alights from the chase, and the narrator inquires, "Where does this sad moan come from?" To their astonishment, they discover a young girl seated alone behind the carriage, suggesting that she might be the source of the pitiful moan. This implies a sense of mystery and concern for the girl's well being. The girl is in a state of deep distress, tears streaming down her face as she has lost or misplaced her clock. The intensity of her emotions suggests that the clock holds significant value or importance to her. She shows the narrator what is causing her distress, revealing that her clock is ensnared in the wheel and appears weathered and old, resembling a scarecrow in a garden. This underscores the girl's attachment to her clock and its unfortunate state. The clock is trapped between the wheel's hub and the spokes, making it difficult to disentangle. However, with their combined efforts, they manage to free the clock. Regrettably, it is in a pitiable state, looking like a forlorn rag. The narrator inquires of the girl where she is heading alone in such desolate surroundings. In her frantic state, she answers that she is on her way to Durham. The narrator kindly offers for her to accompany them in the carriage, perhaps to provide her with company and ensure her safety on the journey. The poor girl remains unresponsive to any form of comfort, sobbing continuously as if her grief will never end. This portrays the depth of her sorrow and the overwhelming nature of her emotions. The narrator asks if she resides in Durham. In her state of distress, she pauses and discloses that her name is Alice Fell. She also shares that she is without a father and mother, indicating her orphaned status. This highlights her vulnerable and lonely situation. It becomes evident that her sorrow is primarily focused on her tattered clock, which holds great significance for her. The chase continues its journey toward the destination, which is close by. The girl sits beside the narrator, appearing as if she has lost her only friend. She continues to weep and cannot be comforted, indicating the depth of her sadness and emotional distress. They reach a tavern, and the narrator explains Alice's sorrow to the innkeeper. The narrator then provides money to the host so that they can purchase a new clock to replace Alice's old one, showing their willingness to help and support Alice in her time of need. The next day, Alice proudly wears the new clock, which is made of warm duffel grey fabric. Despite being an orphan, she carries herself with pride and confidence.